We must not take this enemy lightly.
This could be a challenge.
Samurai Warrior is an offshoot of Koei Dynasty Warrior series of action games. As in Dynasty Warriors, the basic gameplay consists of the player selecting a character from a roster of highly stylized figures from the warrior stage era of Japan, fighting through stages loosely based around important historical battles. The game's basic objective is to reach the end of each character's story mode. As a spin-off, most of the core gameplay of Samurai Warrior is taken directly from its parent series, but the game did introduce a number of tweaks to the gameplay and presentation that differentiates it.
It's all over without Lord Shingen!
I'm surprised you're still alive, though you won't be.
Samurai Warrior Extreme Legend, or Samurai Warrior XL for short, is a PlayStation 2 expansion disc for Samurai Warriors. Just like the Dynasty Warrior series, the aim of this expansion is solely to add more content to the game. Player can use the important features through switching disc with the original game to use all features of the original game. Without the original game disc, the player will only have access to the Extreme Legend content.
Come to me! I will give you death!
We're here to take the enemy general's head and raise it in victory!
Samurai Warrior 2 is a sequel to the original Samurai Warrior game, created by Koei and Omega Force. The game was released in 2006 for the PlayStation 2 and the Xbox 360. The gameplay of Samurai 2 builds on the first Samurai Warrior by adding new characters and new features, such as the removal of the traditional range attack in favor of the addition of two unique special abilities that differ from character to character.
It's over!
A port to the original PlayStation Portable called Samurai Warrior State of War was released on December 8, 2005. Like the Dynasty Warrior on the PSP, characters move on a grid-like map. You move depending on performance, charms, and terrain. If you do well in combat stages and get an E rank, you could mostly move these three spaces. It gets less for B, O, and C, the lower grades. You can also use charms to increase movement for yourself and allies, and some terrain, mostly water, impede movement.
That base will be in danger if someone doesn't act.
We must occupy that base!
Do what you want! And your hope!
Samurai Warrior 2 Empire is an expansion to the original Samurai Warrior 2. Unlike Samurai Warrior Extreme Legend, the game does not feature new characters for the series, but Kojiro Sasaki and Katsui Shibata, who were unplayable special NPCs and bodyguards in Samurai Warrior 2, are now playable characters in Samurai Warrior 2 Empire, with special movesets derived from the other characters.
And retreat!
Warrior Orochi is a hack-and-slash video game developed by Koei and Omega Force. It is a crossover of the Dynasty Warrior and Samurai Warrior series. The game was released on March 21, 2007. The gameplay is focused around a team battle system introduced in the game that allows the player to go into battles with a team of 3 characters. At any time, one warrior will fight while the other 2 are resting, restoring their health and mood.
They sure don't make enemies.
Samurai Warrior Katana is an action video game set in feudal Japan and is based upon the Samurai Warrior series by Koei and Omega Force. The game is played with the Wii Remote and Nunchuk attachment, and the action is seen from a first-person viewpoint. In battle, the player character is equipped with one melee weapon such as sword or spear, and one ranged weapon such as a bow and an arrow or cannon.
打ち取りました。大活躍ですな。
こたびの列車、火の戦で勝敗を分け、そこ先火の感動へ、火によっての
Warrior Orochi Z is a 2009 hack-and-slash video game developed by Koei and Omega Force for the PlayStation 3. Orochi Z combines Musou Orochi and Musou Orochi Mouse Siren with over 90 playable characters and 140 stories. Familiar elements like the ability to easily fuse weapons, team attacks, and 3 character teams. Now with player 2 able to choose their own separate team, return in this entry. Gyuki and Dodomoki, both incomplete and usable as versus arena only in Musou Siren, are now fully playable.
I am Ieyasu. I will neither run nor hide.
There they are.
You are but a double. You wish to sacrifice your life to save your lords?
Samurai Warrior 3 is the third main installment in the Samurai Warrior series, developed by Omega Force. The game is the first primary Musou title to be released on the Wii. Samurai Warrior 3 makes several tweaks and additional to the Warrior series gameplay, evolving from the system as it existed in Samurai Warrior 2. The most significant gameplay addition in the Spirit Child.
Leadership that is winning the day.
Sengoku Musou 3Z is a 2011 PS3 port of the combined content of the Wii title Samurai Warrior 3 and its expansion Samurai Warrior 3 Extreme Legend. Aside from the addition of trophies, the abilities to run at higher resolution, and the abilities to run at 60 frames per second, the content of the game are otherwise nearly identical. However, the game does not contain the original Wii version Marasumi Castle mode, which is based on an old Nintendo property and was produced in partnership with Nintendo. Samurai Warrior Chronicle is a 3DS game that was released in Japan on February of 2011. Like the other entries in the Samurai Warrior series, the basic gameplay sees the player completing battle objectives by maneuvering through a battlefield while eliminating countless enemy forces. A new feature introduced to the series in this installment is the ability to switch between player characters on the fly using the touchscreen and jump to their respective position on the battlefield.
兄上を失うわけにはいかない。
Samurai Warrior 4 was released in Japan by Toei Tecmo on March 20, 2014. Samurai Warrior 4 offers over 50 playable character and features a character switching mechanic similar to Samurai Warrior Chronicle on the Nintendo 3DS, allowing the player to alternate control between two characters on the battlefield. There is also a new mode that uses a player-created character.
その間に美濃から今日をそう戦国無双のミニキャラたちが飛んで飛ばして大暴れ。
Sengoku Musou Shad is the second social game adaptation of the Samurai Warrior series and another IP made to commemorate the series' 10th anniversary. The game began with the player creating the protagonist Saya, who serves as the navigator and silent speaker. Their avatar has three parameters: cost, energy, and experience. Energy initiates quests which can be related to the protagonist's main quest line, or collaboration quests with other avatars. Battles are completed by exterminating the enemy's companions.
飛んで飛ばして拠点我が手に落ちたり
Samurai Warrior 4 Empire is the third Samurai Warrior Empire title. Simulation aspect has been revamped. Neglecting domestic affairs will make battle harder for the player. The player headquarters updates based on the national strength of their forces. Geographical and structural advantage remain for castle. This game expands the concept to grant a specific merit based on the region in Japan. A location is based.
将来への扉が開くぞ。時になだれ込め。中から
Samurai Warrior Spirit of Sanada is a hack and slash game by Toei Tecmo through their development subsidiary Omega Force. The game retains the basic hack and slash play of the main series. The player controls a character through a specific battlefield against an army of enemy soldiers with the ultimate objective of killing the enemy's commander. Although the player will be encouraged to complete side objectives that will raise the morale of the player's allies or acquiring rewards.
あれは織田信長の手製か。
Samurai Warrior 5 is a hack and slash game by Koei Tecmo and a reboot of the Samurai Warrior series. The game features a new hyper attack which allows the player to traverse great distance while attacking enemy. The ultimate skills augment that depending on their type, can be used to continue combos, originate Musou Gouge, stun enemies, or deal a barrage of attacks. The game uses an art style resembling traditional Japanese painting. Samurai Warrior 5 focuses on events leading up to the Honoji incident, with Nobunaga, Oda, and Mitsuhide Akishi being the prominent figures of the story.
全勝寺砦の攻略今より吉本本陣を突く東の砦を抜け吉本の背後へ駆け
Samurai Warrior 4 DX, first launched for the PlayStation 4 and Switch on March 14, 2019 in Japan, and was never released in the West. It contained the Samurai Warrior 4 base game as well as more than 150 pieces of previously released downloadable content. A total of 55 different officers are featured in this rich depiction of the warrior state period. The new deluxe edition of Samurai Warrior 4 contains more than 150 previously released downloadable content.
来週ガケルちゃんすごい勢いで進んできたぞ。まさかこの道から攻めてくるとは。みんな落ち着け。